I'm gonna be honest and upfront with you. I had a whole video made. Sweet, perfect, 10 minutes long. It was about this pen. And now that I've opened Pandora's box, it's hard for me to put it all back in so that I can open it the same way again, right? But I'm gonna try my best. This pen, right? It's my favorite pen. It's the best pen that I have. Or at least it used to be. Recently, I've been writing with it and I've noticed that it started having streaks. I started writing and then the ink doesn't come out at one point and then it does come out at another, and I'm not able to write full words as I would like to. I bought this pen with the last $12 or so that I had because I found it important that I had an instrument of oration, of annotation, right? Because I'm writing. But I had a twin, which I gave to my friend because I found it significant that he had something valuable to write down things that were important, to sign checks, to take notes, to journal about his life as it has been or as it's going to be. But that's more my thing. But I got this pen and I found it very valuable. It's in my favorite color. It's like a pinkish bronze. You can't really tell. But as you can see, it is a Sharpie S gel. This one has a little bit of weight to it. It's the metal one. It's a beautiful pen. It really is. But like I said, sometimes it writes, sometimes it doesn't. It's on and off. And I was curious, so I decided to investigate, as everybody does, why my pen is doing this. I opened up my pen. I looked at the gel, and I couldn't find anything wrong. I couldn't find anything wrong with the tube. It wasn't spilling out from the back or anything like that. It was exactly as it's supposed to be. I'm not trying to mislead you or anything. It looks like a regular pen, right? And I took it off the spring. And that's when I realized that at the tip of the pen, a little bit of ink was seeping out. A little here, a little there. And not everything was going to the tip of the ballpoint. As you can see, there's a little bit of ink on my fingers, on my nail. And I realized that something had compromised my pen. But not just my pen, but the ink within it. The ink inside my pen was no longer flowing to the ballpoint where I could write. What was on the inside was leaking. But not so much so that one would realize through the shell. You couldn't notice it. As far as you can tell and you're concerned, the pen is as good as any. But with a pen like this that is good one day, not the other, good one moment, not the other, as somebody who's very introspective, I started seeing myself within the pen. I started seeing my own flaws within the pen very quickly, mind you. It did not take long. It was within the same few minutes that I was figuring out my pen. I'm always looking for wisdom and for understanding to try to shape my life a little bit better than how it is, or how it could be if I didn't know better. So without the shell, the beautiful shell, the sleek, hefty, nicely colored shell, you can't tell what's going on inside. You can't tell why I can't write. But once I've opened it up, the ink is drooping, dripping, drooping. Regardless, what's inside is not coming out as it's meant to. It's corrupted. It's affected. So the best thing that I can do is to try to find another source, or try to fix my pen as best as I can. But I chose the former, not the latter. Or rather, it chose me. in the showcase of this beautiful pen. Much loftier, much more elegant. It was a randomly picked but handsomely accepted gift at a Friendsgiving, the first of hopefully many that I will attend. And it showed me that you can't be stuck in one way to reach the end of your goals, or at least the next chapter of them. That there's always inspiration on the other side, and that there's always more than one way to reach the top, or the end of a page that you're writing on. And you could say this is much more of an effeminate, much more softer, less masculine appeal, but I'd say that's a great pen nonetheless. It serves its purpose, it writes what it needs to write, and it can spark up some really fun conversations every once in a while. But the purpose of this is to show you that what you have on the inside needs to come out so that what's on the outside can be expressed well. Both are the same thing in essence. Your ego and the spirit and the soul inside of you, but when there's leakage, when there is compromise, it doesn't come out the way you want it to. It doesn't come out the way you mean for it to. And that's bad. Not in the way that, sneaking in a cookie at night is bad. In a way that the regrets that you wish you didn't have on your deathbed are eating you up at night and during the day kind of bad. It's important that you find the things that have compromised you, you are compromising on, and rid yourself of them and seal those holes and capture your own attention back and realize that you're important to you. Things that you wish that you did, that you wish that you spent a little bit more time on, are all around you. They tell stories to you about how they could have been great, how they could have been something, how they could have been the stepping block to greatness, but you just didn't give them the time, and you just didn't fix the leaks or change the fuel, And if you were to give yourself just a little bit more time with those things, to finish that Satoru Gojo project that you started, over the summer or during Christmas time, you would have gotten somewhere, you would have appreciated what it is. If you would have worked a little harder, you would have had the objects that represent the future you wish you wanted. Wishes aside, hopes aside, you have now. You have this moment. You have this video to do some contemplating, to do some realization, to recognize where you've fallen short, to recognize where you're compromised, to recognize where there has been leakage, to seal it up, to capture your own attention again, to focus, and to give back to the world, to your family, to your corner of your room where you make videos, and to give back to you. Because the first person who watches these videos, who sees what you craft, who goes where you want to go, who talks to the girl, who has the light come on inside of them, is you. You have to believe you can. You have to believe it's yours. You have to believe that it's for you to make it happen. And when you stumble and you make a mistake and you slur your words, to gather yourself up quickly, to know that you can again, that it's okay but it's not okay to give up. At least, not when you know you can give more. At that point, it's not giving up. It's marching on, and once you have done it all, it's moving on to the next thing. But while you have it for this, be there. Show up. Be attentive. Focus. Be inspired. Live. Live fully. Love fully. And love yourself fully enough to assure yourself that you can. Because nobody else will accept you. I hope this means something to you like it does to me when I watch it back. Because when I watch it back, I'm always so impressed of the person that stayed up, that mustered up their faith, their courage, that put aside their fears, their worries about tomorrow. Because tomorrow can worry about itself, and the fears can be afraid of their own things. But you can do it. And you did do it. And I'm so happy and proud of you. So as always, SICPARVISMAGNA, Latin. It means greatness from small beginnings. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that I love you, that I care, and that I know you can. This is Nick Lightenman. Ciao.